Introduce viewers to an ancient frozen world long before civilization. The camera slowly reveals the vast icy wilderness where early humans struggle to survive. Show the hunting party moving deeper into the dangerous forest, emphasizing teamwork and the harsh environment. Focus on one young hunter whose emotions will lead into the video's central question. The group discovers evidence that something enormous is nearby, instantly increasing suspense. Hint that an unseen predator is watching, creating mystery without revealing it. Show fear building inside the young hunter before any tears appear. Slowly reveal the emotional tear that introduces the video's main scientific mystery. Freeze the emotional moment just before the story transitions from prehistory to the modern world. Visually jump thousands of years from prehistoric America to the present day. Introduce modern humanity and prepare viewers to explore why emotional tears are a universal human behavior. Show the first emotional tears of life. The baby's first cry creates a joyful moment shared by the parents. Illustrate how emotional tears appear during moments of relief and reunion. Show that tears also appear during life's happiest celebrations. Present emotional tears during grief and remembrance with a calm, respectful atmosphere. Demonstrate that emotional tears appear during joy, relief, love, and sadness alike. Expand the story beyond one country to show that emotional tears are shared by people everywhere. Travel backward through thousands of years to discover where this unique human behavior may have begun. Introduce viewers to the harsh world where early humans learned to survive together. Create a warm contrast between the dangerous wilderness and the safety of the family campfire. Show storytelling as one of humanity's earliest ways of sharing emotions, knowledge, and experiences. The elder reaches the most dramatic part of the story, capturing everyone's attention and building suspense. Show that stories trigger strong emotions, especially fear, as every child reacts in a different way. Introduce the first emotional crying inside the prehistoric tribe, connecting grief with memory. Show how compassion immediately replaces fear as the tribe comforts the child instead of ignoring the tears. Demonstrate how emotional tears bring people physically and emotionally closer together. Visualize the invisible emotional connection that strengthens cooperation within the group. Shift from humans to animals, showing that wolves cooperate extremely well during survival. Show that animals clearly experience pain, but they do not shed visible emotional tears. Illustrate that grief exists in animals through behavior, even though emotional tears are absent. Conclude the comparison by showing that nature continues moving forward, setting up the scientific question of why humans express emotions differently. Compare humans and animals directly. They all experience difficult situations, but only the human visibly sheds emotional tears. Take viewers on a visual journey inside the human eye to discover where tears begin. Introduce the eye as a living environment where tears constantly protect and maintain healthy vision. Explain that tears are produced by specialized glands working continuously like a tiny factory. Show the path tears travel before reaching the surface of the eye. Demonstrate the protective role of tears in keeping the eyes healthy every day. Introduce the three main categories of human tears: protective tears, reflex tears, and emotional tears. Explain that our eyes are always covered by protective tears, even when we are not crying. Show reflex tears as the eye's automatic response to irritation rather than emotion. Conclude by showing that emotional tears appear during love, relief, gratitude, and happiness, not just sadness. Transition from ancient human history to modern science. Scientists begin investigating what makes emotional tears unique. Zoom into a single tear to reveal that something seemingly ordinary contains a fascinating microscopic world. Reveal that tears are made of many different microscopic components working together to protect the eye. Visually compare reflex tears and emotional tears, emphasizing that they are triggered by different situations. Illustrate that emotional crying often occurs during periods of intense emotional stress and may accompany the body's natural response to those feelings. Introduce the brain as the control center where emotions are processed before tears begin to form. Show how emotional signals travel through the nervous system and activate the tear glands. Present a calm emotional moment that demonstrates crying is not always caused by sadness. It can also accompany meaningful memories. Illustrate how one person's visible emotions encourage empathy and support from those around them. End this section by showing that emotional tears often strengthen social bonds and bring people together during life's most meaningful moments. Introduce the harsh winter environment where survival becomes increasingly difficult. Show how small and vulnerable humans are compared to nature. Show that the tribe faces starvation, creating urgency for a dangerous hunting expedition. Illustrate the careful preparation before leaving camp, emphasizing that every hunt could be life or death. Follow the hunters deeper into the wilderness as they search for food in dangerous conditions. Reveal the hunter's best chance for survival, but also the enormous risk involved in attacking such a massive animal. Unexpected danger interrupts the hunt, instantly changing the situation from hunting to survival. Highlight the bravery of one experienced hunter who chooses to protect the others. Depict the intense confrontation while emphasizing the hero's sacrifice to save the tribe. Slow the pace and allow viewers to feel the emotional weight of the hunter's sacrifice. Conclude this chapter by showing that shared grief strengthens the community, bringing everyone closer together despite their loss. Show that after tragedy, the tribe becomes even closer. Everyone supports one another instead of facing grief alone. Demonstrate how cooperation helps the tribe recover. Life continues because everyone contributes together. Illustrate how empathy is learned through observation and caring actions, even among young children. Visualize emotional bonds as invisible connections that make the tribe stronger as a community. Transition from human relationships to the brain, where emotions are processed before tears are produced. Introduce the brain as a highly connected communication network that processes emotions and memories. Show how emotional memories activate important brain regions whenever we experience powerful feelings. Connect past experiences with present emotions by showing how memories influence emotional responses. Explain that emotions are created through communication between multiple brain regions rather than one single area. Complete the biological journey by showing how emotional signals from the brain trigger the production of emotional tears. Show a modern example of overwhelming relief, where emotional tears naturally follow a life-saving rescue. Emphasize that emotional tears often appear when fear is replaced by safety and love. Illustrate how visible emotion encourages kindness and motivates an entire community to help. Demonstrate that empathy often extends beyond family, reaching complete strangers. Explain that chimpanzees clearly display affection and comfort, yet they do not produce emotional tears like humans. Show that elephants appear to mourn through behavior, demonstrating emotion without shedding emotional tears. Highlight cooperative behavior in dolphins, emphasizing that caring actions are not unique to humans. Illustrate loyalty and attachment in dogs through posture and behavior rather than emotional crying. Summarize that many animals experience powerful emotions, yet humans uniquely express some of those emotions through visible emotional tears. End this chapter with the central mystery. If so many animals experience emotion, why did emotional tears become a uniquely human expression? Introduce humanity's long evolutionary journey and how survival required constant adaptation. Show that humans survived by adapting to many different environments rather than relying on one habitat. Demonstrate that cooperation dramatically increased the chances of survival during dangerous hunts. Illustrate how early communication helped humans share knowledge, warn about danger, and strengthen relationships. Show how storytelling preserved knowledge and helped each new generation learn without experiencing every danger firsthand. Highlight that humans invested time and energy caring for injured individuals instead of abandoning them. Explain that compassion wasn't just kindness, it also improved the survival of the entire community. Demonstrate how visible emotional tears quickly communicate vulnerability and encourage supportive responses. Illustrate how cooperation allowed human societies to expand far beyond small family groups. Conclude this chapter by presenting emotional tears as one of the many traits that helped humans build strong, cooperative societies. Show how emotional bonds and cooperation remain central throughout different cultures and generations. Illustrate that starting a new life required trust, teamwork, and emotional support from others. Highlight how emotional tears express overwhelming relief after surviving hardship and long separation. Demonstrate that emotional tears have united families throughout history during moments of reunion and hope. Show that shared emotion and empathy can inspire courage, unity, and positive social change. Illustrate that moments of extraordinary human achievement often bring emotional tears of pride and wonder. Show that even small acts of encouragement can create deeply emotional moments. Demonstrate how relief and gratitude often trigger emotional tears during life's most meaningful moments. Show that empathy reaches beyond borders, bringing people together during times of need. Conclude this chapter by emphasizing that throughout history, emotional tears have reflected our shared humanity and our ability to care for one another. Show that empathy begins with simple acts of encouragement and emotional understanding. Demonstrate how visible emotions inspire kindness and strengthen friendships. Illustrate how emotional tears naturally appear during moments of hope and recovery. Show that empathy can spread far beyond physical distance, connecting people around the world. Demonstrate how shared compassion motivates people to help complete strangers during times of crisis. Show that emotional connection links generations, preserving love, wisdom, and shared memories. Bring the audience back to where the story began, reminding viewers that human emotions have remained remarkably consistent across thousands of years. Symbolize emotional tears as a timeless thread connecting every generation of humanity. Summarize the journey by showing that emotional tears have appeared throughout every stage of human history. Conclude this chapter by reinforcing the central message that emotional tears reflect our shared humanity and our capacity for empathy. Return to the beginning of the story. Reveal that the very first emotional tear symbolizes humanity's ability to remember, love, grieve, and care for one another. Show that one emotional tear represents every generation of humanity. Across thousands of years, compassion, hope, grief, joy, and love have connected people through the same emotional language. And with a powerful message, emotional tears are more than drops of water. They are a universal symbol of empathy, compassion, resilience, and the human capacity to connect with one another. This final image leaves viewers with a memorable and uplifting conclusion.